Hello and welcome back to Invitation to Puzzles, where I have a full deck and missing a few cards Kropki puzzle for us to have a look at. So it says arrows in the rules, but there are no arrows in the grid, so I'm going to guess it's just Sudoku and Kropki. Digits separated by a black dot are in a ratio of 2-1. And digits separated by a white dot are consecutive. So black means one is double the other, so like 6 and 3. White means consecutive, so like 6 and 7. But not all dots have necessarily been given. Now, this looks like a great time to note that... So anyway, sorry, I should say before I start solving the puzzle, you can guess what I was going to do. But before I start solving the puzzle, I should mention there's a link down below if you want to try it. But I'm going to go ahead and try it, and I'm going to note that 5, 7, 9 are these special digits that can't go on black dots, and so in this box they have to go here. And it's sometimes worth actually coloring cells that are 5, 7, 9 versus cells that can't possibly be 5, 7, 9 in a black dot puzzle. And so I'm going to try that here. So anything that's on a black dot can't possibly be 5, 7, or 9, because if you double 5, you might accidentally get a 10. And so the way this coloring works is that in every row, column, and box, there's going to be exactly 3 yellow cells. So for example, in row 1, it's those. In box 3, it's those. In row 2, it's these. So these aren't. But now in this box, it's these. In column 9, it's these. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. I've never seen this trick before, but this is a great trick. I need to put 3 of them in column 1, and I can't put 2 of them on this white dot because none of 5, 7, and 9 are consecutive with each other. So these are both definitely 5, 7, 9, and one of these is, but I don't know which. This one isn't because we've got all of them within this column. Let's see. So I can do this in more ridiculous ways. That yellow digit goes into box 8 in one of these 2 cells. I don't know which one, but that means that one of these 2 cells is yellow, which together with those means that's all the yellows for this row. So none of those cells are yellow. Let's see. We'll actually do something with this at some point, probably. Is now the time in which we should do something with this? I don't know. Oh, right. Only one of these is yellow. Right. So one of these is yellow because of the row. That's all I can do. So these are both yellow because I need to get 3 into this box. And now I've gotten all of them into this column. So those aren't yellow. So 2 of these are yellow and one of these is yellow. Interesting. Okay. So let's take a look at these yellows that are on white dots, because the ones that are on white dots that immediately link up to black dots are pretty interesting. Actually, let's take this cell first. Let's do that. So when you have 3 black dots in a row, or 3 cells on black dots in a row like this, that's something that should also grab your attention, as perhaps it should have grabbed my attention here. Because there's these 2 flavors of black dots, the 1, 2, 4, 8 flavor and the 3, 6 flavor. And the 3, 6 flavor has the problem that you can't make a run of 3 digits from the 3, 6 flavor without going 3, 6, 3 or something like that, which doesn't work around the bend here. So anytime you've got something like this, or like this, or like this, they have to be from the 1, 2, 4, 8 flavor. And the middle one's never a 1 or an 8. Because if the middle one was a 1 or an 8, then you would need to put the same digit in both of the others. That does do me the favor of telling me that this black dot now can't be from 1, 2, 4, 8 because there's only 4 digits in 1, 2, 4, 8, and we've used 3 of them over here. So this must be 3, 6, which makes these be from 1, 2, 4, 8. Now, this is consecutive with a 5, 7, 9, so it's only 4 or 8. And now, here's a good time to talk about this. Either one of these independently could be 2, 4, because 2 and 4 are, well, one is double the other. But neither of these can be 2, 4 because the other one would be 1, 8. So together, they have to be 1, 1, 2, and 1, 4, 8. And so as soon as this is 4, 8, so is this, which means these are 1, 2. Which makes, if I look back at this box where a similar thing is true, in this box, I can't have a 2, 4 black dot because it would cause me to have a 1, 8 black dot somewhere. So one of these is 1, 2, and we know which one because they can't go in this row with this 1, 2. So that's 1, 2. Okay. This is also 3, 6, by the way, looking down this column. We've used 3 of 1, 2, 4, 8, so we only have the 3, 6 option left. If I make these from 1, 2, 4, 8, I end up with that same problem of, hey, this is 5 1, 2, 4, 8s in a column. That doesn't work. Okay, so 3, 6 is actually not adjacent to that many 1, 2, 4, 8s. It's not adjacent to 1 or 8, for example. So that's a 2, 4 pair. So now this is 1 or 8. Going to a 2, 4. And actually, conveniently, once you go from a 1, 8 to a 2, 4, the next thing has to be a 2, 4 as well, because you're either going 1, 2, 4 or 8, 4, 2. Those are the only options. So this digit is 1, 3, 5, I guess, if we want to put a label on it. This is the other 1, 8. This just can't be 6 because of our coloring. That's going to resolve everything, because if this were 6, this would have to be adjacent to 6. It would be 5 or 7. It would be yellow, but it's not yellow. So if we believe ourselves, which, I mean, you trust me, right? Then this can't be 6. It has to be 3. So that's going to unravel. I was going to say unravel everything, but it might not actually unravel that much. Because this is still a 2 or a 4, and that's still a 2 or a 4. What are you going to do? That's very nice, though. Okay, so here's a little bit of unraveling, and this is, I think, going to do it. What's this black dot? It's not 3, 6. It's not 4, 8. And it's not 2, 4. So it's 1, 2. It's the only option. So that makes that a 4, and that a 2, and that a 4. And now I have to go 4, 2 back to 1, up to 2, and up to 4, making that an 8, 4, and 8. It's not a 5 anymore. Makes that a 4, it would seem. 4 doesn't connect to 1, so we get that. So we've arranged all of this assorted nonsense. Okay, so now this is from 1, 2, 4 only. However, if you think about the fact that this is from 1, 2, 4 only, and that digit has to be consecutive to a 5, 7, 9, the only thing that works is that that's a 4, and that's a 5, and that's a 2. And so that's a 1, because at some point or another, I had all the digits in this box that weren't yellow, and I just didn't notice. So that's a 2 and a 1. That one is not a 5. Yeah, one of these is the 5, 7, 9. These are 7, 9. So 9. Okay, so these are now 3, 6 because they can't be 1, 2, they can't be 4, 8. So 3, 6 is the only option. It is an 8 that is in one of these cells. That is the not 5, 7, 9 digit in them. So that makes these digits be 6 and 2. If you look at what they can be by the row. And so that actually tells me the order is 6 and 2 in that order. Okay, this is a 3 or a 5. Yeah, this is an 8 and a 5, 7, 9. Yeah, one of these is 3, 6, and one of them is 4, 8. Ah, right. This is not 3, 6, because it looks down at that 3, 6, and it's not 1, 2 either. So this is from 2, 4, 8. It definitely has a 4 on it. And so now the 4 in this row can't go up here. It has to go up here, making that be 4, 8, which we even know the order of. That be 3, 6, which we even know the order of. So now this is 3, 6. And this is 4, 8, which we also know the order of, making that a 2 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2. These are 3, 6. We seem to be placing lots of digits. 1 and 2. Okay. We know that this has a 7 or a 9 on it. But no 8, so it can't have a 9 on it, and so the 9 in the column has to go there, and this has to be 6, 7, is what we have concluded, making that 3 and 6. That was part of our break-in, by the way, was the fact that this needed to have a 5, 7, 9 on it in order to work, so it couldn't have a 9 anymore, so the 9 was placed, and then this just had to be that. Let's see. We can fill this triple. We can allow ourselves a little pencil marking as a reward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's not an 8. Okay. What about you? You can be like anything, can't you? These are 1 and 8 in some as of yet undisclosed order. Okay, where is my remaining goodie? Not quite yet. One of these is 1, and the other is a 5, 7, 9. And one of these is 3, and the other is a 5, 7, 9. Well, that one I can do, because that's the one that's 3. So this is the one that's my 5, 7, 9 character. This digit just is a 5, by the way, because it's not a 3 anymore, which makes that a 3. That is not a 5. Now this digit's just an 8. Just a regular old 8. So that is a 6 and a 3 and a 6 and a 3. That's not a 5. Ooh, sorry, not a 5. That's blue now because I've got all my yellows in this column. So that is yellow, and it's a 5 even. This is a 1. That is not a 5, so that is. So those aren't. Let's see. One of these is a 1, and it's that one. So that's my other yellow. So that is blue, and that's yellow. So that's a 6, 6, and that's a 7. That's a 7, 9. It's very nice, by the way, that they set this up to resolve without givens, because it can be a real nightmare to resolve all the 5, 7, 9s without having a bajillion clues to do it. So I'm sure they very carefully thought about this. This is 3 consecutive digits that don't have a 2, 3, 4, or 6 in them. So they don't have a 5 in them either. So they have to be 7, 8, 9, which means these are both yellow. And that is the 8. So that's the 8 over there. Oops. These are 7 and a 9. Not a 9 and a 7, and a 9 and a 5, and a 7 and a 9, 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 and a 1 and an 8, and a 5, 7, 5, 9, 7, 9. Yep, so there it happened. I'm sure that looks nice, but when you and smooth to like just plonk all the 5, 7, 9s in the grid, but when you're setting, boy, is it a nightmare to get that to happen. Also, these are both yellow, and so that's blue and yellow, and we finished our coloring, which gives me that digit. It's a 7 and a 5, 6 and 3, 1 and 6. Very nice. I liked that a lot. I loved the, a white dot can certainly only have 1579 on it. It's a simple idea, but I don't think I've ever seen it before, even though I've done a lot of Kropki puzzles where you color 579s. And that really got you to the breaking point was this cell being not able to be a 5 or a 7, because that told me that was the 3 and not the 6, and unraveled everything. So very beautiful puzzle there. I really enjoyed that one. Huge thank you, as always, to everyone for watching. Do please leave a comment. Let us know how you enjoyed the puzzle. What's your favorite kinds of puzzle? Are there any variants that I haven't done recently that you'd like to see me do? I just recorded a bunch of them. But if there's anything I haven't done in a bit and you'd like to see it come back, or that I've never done, by all means, please let me know. Huge thank you to everyone for watching. Do please leave a like. I'll be back next time on Invitation to Puzzles. Bye for now.